All right, new year, new gear. So, new van, can't wait to get amongst it. Bit of new gear here as well. But more importantly, what a new year brings is new opportunities, new adventures, and I can't wait to go out there and have a great adventure. Well, welcome back to our new production model, Zone Summit Series 25. So good to be here, and it's taken a fair while for us to get to this point. Elisa and I both probably, what did we do, 10 or maybe even more than that. I think in the end we did about 16,000 Ks in pre-production, prototyping. From our original days of just doing quick holidays, 4 weeks a year, maximum holidays, never had the opportunity to stay away for long term. Hey, talked to lots of people who'd done it, saw lots of people who'd done it, but actually doing it now ourselves has been really good for us and for Zone, because we really understand a lot more what you guys are looking for, and those people particularly like us working and living on the road. It's a really a good adventure that we've had, and a lot of these changes have come not just from us but from other people who use the product, but we're in a bit of a group where we chat about that. Elisa, what's some of the things that we wanted different in this one compared to our pre-production one?
Well, the main one was the bed height.
Yeah,
which has been addressed, which
so
is
that's
great.
been lowered, I think nearly 100 mil.
I just wanted it away from the wall a little more, just
on making the bed.
Yeah, and just for, I'd sometimes kick the blind in the night, during the night when it was a bit closer, whereas now I don't have that problem, and it does make it a lot easier to make that I can get a foot down that side to help lift up the bed and tuck the sheets in.
Yeah.
And I suppose the other thing was the storage and giving you a little bit more room, not feeling as hemmed in on your side.
The person on this side, if you're on that side, really we wanted to give a bit more room for an elbow, a loose arm that might fall out of bed during the night. We've given provision there too for people that may have a CPAP machine or any of those sort of items. Hanging space has been really good, We've increased that. You've got under bed storage, and at the front here, that works really well. We stuck with that. We were really happy with most of our cupboards. I can't think whether we changed too much.
Nothing in the cupboards. The only thing that did change was the foot locker at the end of the bed here is a lot lower than it used to be.
Yeah, so that used to be a bit higher. So you did actually have more, but you found it was like a bit of a too big of a step up there.
Yes.
So that's where we changed. Tables and things are good. We actually turn this table the other way at night a lot. So we turn it 90 degrees, which works well, and you can still walk down the center here. L-shape for us, I think in this configuration, we've all come to the conclusion that is the best.
Yeah.
For this layout and for what Zone does.
Yeah.
I think it works the best. Some of the other things that we wanted to show you today was really, we have learnt to pack things. Now, we just talked earlier, we've smashed things in our car, like glass and cans have come undone, exploded. We've never actually done that in the van, have we?
No, haven't had any breakages yet.
Yeah. I'm sure it happens. What would you say? Like, what did we learn? Like, we've come out of camper trails and all sorts of things, hybrid styles. But what do you think we've learnt the most now? Because we absolutely pack this differently to how we used to.
Yes, well, I think the main thing is just keeping, like, I try not to pack glass bottles side by side. If I can, I'll put something that's plastic, a plastic sauce container, or a plastic sachet of seasoning or something between my glass bottles.
Yeah.
It just stops that friction. We tend to have things condensed into baskets in the pantry rather than just loose.
And smaller things. Hey, we've learned to buy the right sizes, and even because there's 2 of us now and we used to have 5 in our family, so you absolutely buy smaller, smarter things.
And I do find that in the drawers and cupboards, I do line them with that rubber non-slip surface, which just helps
get it there,
to get that friction, minimize that friction of things moving around.
Would you mind just opening your up here? But you'll see in a Zone, what we've generally done is this side of the van, there's no sections that break it up. They're quite tall, because in ours, obviously, we carry a little air fryer, first aid kits, and our sink caddy. But I think our toaster and that travel up here when we cruise along.
Yeah, toaster and kettle go up there. Sink caddy comes out, obviously.
What is amazing is you can see it on this video, our toaster and kettle, they're just normal toasters and kettle. They sit in there and they just sit on that rubber. They don't move,
No.
which is crazy. You think that all that stuff, this is not locked in here, it just sits there.
Yep.
Our plates are obviously magnetic, the Sylvie stuff, so they absolutely don't move. So that makes life pretty easy. Our cups can go there. I run my coffee machine in here. We'll show you a good shot of that. That's all magnetized and held in there. Could you just grab my coffee pods and things? There's my cups. So they're magnetized up on the roof. You'll see them. But also, we just have it in baskets. And as Elisa said, look, we have coffee pods. You can carry coffee that way as well and use a drip. But we've learnt things like that stop you having dramas. But when you're full-time on the road, it just makes life so much better. The other thing, Elisa, is probably your cleaning products and that have changed over the time, hey, and how we use the Alive stuff mainly because it actually puts it all together, doesn't it?
It just keeps it compact together. It has a little tray that they sit in quite easily.
I was just going to say, any Zone RV you buy will come with a sink caddy. I love the fact that that just goes straight in there.
Yep.
You put our knife block.
Knife block goes in here. Those washing up liquids just sit flat in there.
Yeah.
Pops into the sink.
But it just packs away and it gets all that together and gets it away. And you never have, that never gives dramas, does it?
No.
Our bins stay in there. We don't have to worry about them. There's not too many things. You'll see in our pots and pans and things, we've bought things that, do you know the brand, the ones that we use?
Tefal.
Tefal, so you can take, yeah, with the handles
removable
off.
handle, they stuck in.
And they stack in, they don't get, they're all non-stick, but they don't give issues. You've never rubbed them. I know we
I do have the
some
felt liners in between
so
them.
felt liners for them are pretty important, so you don't get
just
that.
to prevent the surface, yep.
You don't really carry stuff in the oven anymore, do we? I know in
No.
the past we have. We don't. We tend to found that scratched things.
Yes. I've just got a silicone sink liner on
Yeah.
the base of the sink.
So that never scratches it?
Just helps protect the surface of the sink from scratches from washing up, just general use. We found that in our first van. Scratched up, didn't look as nice.
And it did, yeah.
I found that I've used that in the last 3. I just keep taking it with me and it just protects
all
that bottom
hey?
surface. Yeah.
We use a lot of the stick-on, well, what would you call it, suction cap.
Fusion lock.
Fusion lock?
Yep.
So if you look around our van, you're going to see lots of rails and things. Now, they're not just for towels and things. They're actually when we travel.
Well, not even when we're traveling, even if it's wet outside as well.
True.
But I'll do a load and I'll just hang things on hangers and hang them on the rails, in the windows, wherever we've got our rails. And they tend to dry normally by the time we get to camp.
And the other thing too, what I'd say is we've probably learnt really how to pack for weight, hey?
Yes.
So like try and get heavy things low.
Yes, definitely.
You won't see heavy things high in this van. We try and get them as low as we can. I've said it before, we have our inverters really low. I think from my experience and what we've seen, if you can get that stuff as low as you can, obviously this van, I think we moved our axle 70 mil further forward, the axle group, taking a little bit off the ball. It's a really well balanced van, and it wasn't that it wasn't balanced, but I just wanted to make sure if people really take full advantage of loading the front, which we have 2 bikes.
Under the bed.
We've got everything. You got under this bed storage. I think, well, we're carrying everything that we virtually want to live.
Yeah,
Live with. Everything we've learned is just trying to make things easy. When you move all the time, it's got to be easy, and if it's not easy, you don't do it. About to head to Victorian High Country, then I'm going to head to South Australia, then go through the middle, get to Ayers Rock and Uluru, hopefully get to Birdsville this year as well, and then love to come across the top like we talked about and get all the way across the Broome, but we'll see how the year pans out. But more importantly, I want to get this adventure started. Jimmy, who's owns Stratos, sent us a bit of gear to test out. One of the cool things is testing out some pizza oven tonight. Adventure is what we're about, and you can see by today, we're ready to go. We've been here for a few days, transferred all our gear across from our last year's model. We're ready to hit the roads. It's such a good opportunity for anyone this year who's thinking about it. I encourage you, get out there, get amongst it, get in a van like this, live a lifestyle like this. We're both working full time on the road, we love it. But anyway, give you a good look around the place. Can't wait to enjoy a couple of beers here tonight and a cracking pizza, and I hope you get out and join us in a zone of your own one day.